Why 80% of dental patients never come back, ain't you quad, and how to stop it. Think about the last 10 patients who visited your clinic. How many of them have come back since then? If you're being completely honest, probably fewer than you expected. Maybe 3, maybe 2, maybe only 1. And the rest? They're out there living their lives, going to work, taking care of family, managing responsibilities, and little by little, forgetting your clinic exists. This isn't a problem unique to your practice. It isn't happening because you're doing something wrong. In fact, it's one of the biggest and most expensive problems in the entire dental industry. Research shows that up to 80% of dental patients who visit a clinic for the first time never return for a second visit. 80%. Think about that for a moment. For every 10 patients you work hard to attract, only 2 become long-term patients. The other 8 walk out the door and never come back. And here's what makes that statistic so painful. Most of those patients didn't leave because of bad service. They didn't leave because they were unhappy. They didn't leave because another clinic was better. They left because nobody followed up. Nobody checked in. Nobody reached out. Nobody reminded them. And over time, they simply disappeared. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens. More importantly, I'm going to show you how to stop it. How to build a system that keeps patients coming back automatically without your team manually chasing people. Because once you understand this, it can completely change the long-term growth of your clinic. Before we talk about the solution, we need to understand the true cost of the problem. Most clinic owners think about retention in terms of appointments. 1 appointment lost, 1 patient gone, 1 empty slot, but that's not the real number. The real number is lifetime patient value, and that's where things get interesting. Think about what a loyal patient is actually worth. Not today, not next week. Over the next 5 to 10 years. They come in for routine cleanings, regular checkups, maybe a filling, maybe a crown, maybe cosmetic work, maybe orthodontic treatment, maybe they bring their spouse, maybe they bring their children, maybe they refer friends and coworkers. Over time, 1 loyal patient can generate thousands and thousands of dollars in revenue, not because of 1 appointment, because of an ongoing relationship. Now, flip that idea around. Every patient who visits once and never returns isn't just 1 lost appointment. It's years of future revenue disappearing. It's future treatments, future referrals, future reviews, future trust, gone. And if you're losing 8 out of every 10 new patients, the long-term financial impact becomes staggering. That's why patient retention isn't just another business metric. It's one of the most important growth levers in your entire clinic, because keeping 1 patient is often worth more than finding several new ones. The patient already knows you, already trusts you, already chose your clinic once. All they need is a reason to stay connected. So why do patients stop coming back? Let's look at the real reasons. Because if we don't understand the cause, we can't fix the problem. The first reason is surprisingly simple. Patients forget. That's it. Not because they don't care, not because they don't need treatment. Life gets busy. A patient plans to book their next appointment. Then work gets hectic. Schedules become crowded. Family responsibilities take over. Weeks pass, then months, then more months. Before they know it, a year has gone by. And because nobody from the clinic ever reached out, the appointment never gets booked. The second reason is emotional. Patients feel like a transaction. They come in, receive treatment, pay, leave, and never hear from the clinic again. No follow-up, no check-in, no personal touch, nothing. In today's world, people remember how you make them feel, and clinics that build relationships win. Clinics that simply process appointments slowly lose patients over time. The third reason is the absence of reminders. Most patients don't actually know when they're due for another appointment. They rely on the clinic to tell them. They expect guidance, and if no reminder ever arrives, they assume everything is fine, and they keep delaying until months become years. Now, here's the good news. All 3 of these problems are completely fixable, not with more staff, not with more advertising, with better systems. Let's talk about the first one, the post-appointment follow-up system. This is one of the simplest systems you can build and one of the most powerful. Imagine a patient leaves your clinic today. Within 24 hours, they receive a message, a personal message using their name, something simple, something human. Hi, John. We just wanted to check in and make sure everything is feeling comfortable after your visit. If you have any questions, we're always here to help. That's it. Nothing complicated, but psychologically, it changes everything because it tells the patient, we remember you. We care about you. We didn't forget about you the moment you left. And when patients feel cared for, they remember your clinic. A week later, they receive another message, not a sales message, a helpful message, a useful dental tip, something valuable, something relevant to the treatment they received. Again, no selling, just care. Then, 3 months later, they receive a gentle reminder, a simple message letting them know their next checkup is approaching. With a direct booking link, one tap, appointment booked, the entire process runs automatically. Every patient, every time, without your team remembering a single thing. And the result? Patients stay connected, patients remember your clinic, patients come back. The second system is the reactivation campaign. This system focuses on patients who already exist in your database, but haven't visited in 6 months or longer. Many clinic owners assume these patients are gone forever. They're not. They're simply inactive, and inactive patients can be reactivated. The system automatically identifies patients who haven't visited recently. Then it sends a friendly message, a warm message, something like, "Hi Sarah, it's been a while since we've seen you. We wanted to check in and let you know we'd love to welcome you back. If you're due for a cleaning or checkup, we currently have appointments available." Simple, human, no pressure, no hard selling, just a reminder. And the results are often remarkable because these people already know your clinic. They've already experienced your service. They already trust your team. They're not strangers. They're warm relationships waiting to be reactivated. Even if only 1 out of 10 patients responds, the revenue impact can be significant. And the best part? No advertising required. No new traffic required. No new leads required. Just reconnecting with people who are already yours. Now let's talk about the third system, the loyalty and relationship system. This goes beyond appointments. This goes beyond reminders. This is about building genuine relationships because loyalty isn't created by treatment alone, it's created through connection. A birthday message, a check-in after a major procedure, a congratulations message after completing orthodontic treatment. Small moments, small touches, small gestures, but together, they create something powerful. They make patients feel remembered, and patients who feel valued become loyal. They return. They leave positive reviews. They recommend friends. They recommend family. They become advocates for your clinic. And when these touch points are automated, every patient receives the same experience every single time. Not just when someone remembers, not just when the front desk has extra time. Every patient, every interaction, consistently. Now, here's where everything comes together. The platform that allows these systems to work seamlessly is Go High Level. With Go High Level, you build the follow-up sequence once. You create the reactivation campaign once. You set up loyalty touchpoints once. And then the system runs automatically. Every day, every week, every month, every year. New patients enter the follow-up sequence. Inactive patients enter reactivation campaigns. Loyal patients receive relationship building messages. And your team stays focused on patient care, not repetitive admin work. Go High Level also gives you visibility into everything. You can see how many patients entered your follow-up sequence, how many inactive patients were contacted, how many rebooked, how your retention rate is improving, and how much additional revenue these systems are generating. Not guesses. Real numbers, real results. Let's look at what happens when retention improves. Before automation, 8 out of 10 patients disappear. The clinic constantly spends money chasing replacements, always searching for the next patient, always filling leaks. But after retention systems are implemented, patients return. Inactive patients reactivate. Databases become assets, relationships become revenue. And that's where the compounding effect begins. Every patient who returns is one less patient you need to acquire. Every second appointment increases the chance of a third. Every loyal patient becomes a referral source. Every referral creates new opportunities. And over time, the growth becomes exponential. Not because you're spending more, because you're keeping more. The clinics that understand this grow differently. They don't rely entirely on advertising. They don't constantly chase new leads. They focus on protecting and growing the relationships they already have. And that's exactly what creates sustainable growth. So here's your action plan. Step 1, open your patient database. Identify every patient who hasn't visited in 6 months or longer. Just count them. Look at the number. That number represents recoverable revenue. Step 2, map out your current follow-up process. What happens after a patient leaves your clinic today? If the answer is nothing, you found your biggest opportunity. Step 3, Set up your first automated follow-up sequence. Even one simple message sent 24 hours after an appointment can change how patients perceive your clinic. Start small. Start today. Then watch what happens over the next 90 days because retention doesn't improve overnight, but once the systems are in place, the results compound month after month. If this video changed the way you think about patient retention, hit the like button. Subscribe for more dental automation and growth strategies every week, and leave a comment below. Does your clinic currently have any automated follow-up system in place after a patient appointment? I'd genuinely love to know. Thank you for watching. Now go build that retention system because the patients you keep are worth far more than the patients you chase.